I'm Neil, and I'm the teacher.
And I'm Sean, and I'm the deal maker.
Together, we're the Rise Guys.
Let us be honest, real estate transactions are a massive deal. We're talking about some of the biggest financial and emotional decisions your clients will ever make. To protect everyone involved, the entire industry in Alberta operates on a strict set of rules, and those rules come from RECA, the Real Estate Council of Alberta. Following their process is not just a good idea, it is the only way to build a career you can be proud of. So let us break down exactly what that process looks like. This brings us to what might be the single most important distinction in your entire career, the difference between a customer and a client. And the line in the sand is a signed service agreement. The second that that document is signed, that person is no longer just a customer. They are your client. And that means you owe them full fiduciary duties. That is the highest level of care, loyalty, and confidentiality you can give. So how do you make sure that transition is handled perfectly every single time? You use the 5 Ds of role clarity. You discuss the roles. You determine the relationship. You document it in writing. You disclose your role to everyone else, and then you just do. You act consistently with that role from start to finish. Once you have officially got a client, the real paperwork begins. Before any property can hit the market, you absolutely must have key documents in place. And that land title search, that is not just optional paperwork. It is a crucial piece of due diligence. You have to know exactly what your client owns and if there are any claims against that property. You are hunting for things called encumbrances. Think of them as legal notes attached to the property's title. It could be a mortgage, a right-of-way for a utility company, or something called a caveat. Finding these early is so important because they can seriously complicate a sale. With all that groundwork done, it is finally time to market the property. But hold on, this is not the Wild West of advertising. Every single thing you put out there, from a Facebook post to the official MLS listing, is a regulated activity. RECA's rules are very clear. Everything you publish has to be truthful, accurate, and totally verifiable. It is the overall impression of your ad that matters most. We are now heading into the most active and often the most complicated part of the whole deal. Handling offers, the back and forth of negotiations, and the detailed steps of closing. When the offers are flying and the pressure is on, whose interests have to come first, no matter what? The answer could not be simpler or more important. It is your clients, period, full stop. Your legal and ethical duty is to protect and promote their interests. That means you present every single offer and counteroffer as soon as you get it, and you give them the advice they need to make the absolute best decision for them. So you have an accepted offer, but you are not done yet. Now you are in the closing sequence. This is where you guide your client through any conditions, like getting financing or a home inspection. You make sure those conditions are removed properly in writing, and then you work with the lawyers to handle the final legal transfer of the property. A really critical part of this is handling the buyer's deposit. That money does not go to the seller, and it definitely does not go into the brokerage's main bank account. It has to be held in trust. This is a huge deal for consumer protection. It means the client's money is legally firewalled in a special account, totally safe from any financial problems the brokerage might have. None of this matters without the right professional mindset. Compliance is not about being scared of the rules. It is about having a deep commitment to the principles that protect your clients, your career, and frankly, the public's trust in our entire industry. You are the quarterback. You're not supposed to be the expert on every little thing. You are not a lawyer. You're not a home inspector. You are not a mortgage broker. You are the one who sees a potential issue, knows which expert needs to be called in, and makes that referral. Knowing what you do not know is a true sign of competence. That license you earn, your authorization to trade, it is so much more than a piece of paper. It is a promise you make to the public, a promise that you are committed to being competent, to acting with integrity, and to protecting the people you serve. So the real question is not just whether you know the steps. It is, are you ready to uphold that promise on every single deal, every single day? New webinar summary every week. Subscribe so you never miss one.